And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
I have a dream. My poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Don't tell me words don't matter. I have a dream. Just words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Just words. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Just words. Just speeches. Don't tell me words don't matter.
The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all sight shall see it.
All right, everyone, Devin is going to speak to us, and so make sure you write Devin Snecker down. And Devin, you may go.
Okay. I think everyone can agree here that duct tape is pretty awesome. Okay? Duct tape is awesome. It was created in World War II by Johnson & Johnson when the military asked them to create a durable cloth-based tape that they could use on their ammunition boxes so moisture couldn't get inside. And I was thinking about duct tape, and I was thinking about something I really needed. And I thought that I needed a dress form. So I thought, why not make a dress form out of duct tape? Yeah. And dress forms date back to ancient Egypt when they found wooden dress forms in the tombs of the pharaohs. And they used it through the Middle Ages when the aristocrats had dress forms that were specifically measured to them. And that's how this duct tape dress form is helpful, it's measured exactly to your body. So later on, you don't have so many adjustments or alterations that you can make. So, things that you need for the dress form. You need duct tape, obviously. You need cling wrap, because you're going to be wrapping yourself in this cling wrap. Getting sexy here. You also need cardboard. Oops, sorry. Cardboard, scissors, Sharpie marker, and stuffing to stuff your form with. You can either use newspaper, polyfill, which is the filling you can find in pillows or stuffed animals, magazines, etc., and some kind of stand or a hanger, because you need to present this form. And I ended up using a stand, because with a hanger you have to find some place to hang it, and it's just a pain in the butt. So these are all the materials that you need, and I ended up spending $35 on all of this stuff. And that is a far cry from $100 that you would end up dropping on a regular dress form. And I thought this was better because I did not want to buy a dress form that was smaller than my thigh. So creating the form. Strip down to your underwear. And you wrap yourself in the cling wrap. And we use cling wrap instead of a t-shirt because you can use a t-shirt that covers your butt. But the thing is, a t-shirt adds unnecessary bulk, and it bunches, and it's just not good. So I ended up going with the cling wrap. You cut the duct tape into strips, and this is where the scissors come in, because if you just tear it, the end will get really jagged, and you want as smooth of a line as possible. The jaggedness will not help. And you start by piece, wrapping it around any part of your body that's covered in cling wrap. So you lay it down piece by piece. Safety warning. Duct tape and cling wrap do not breathe. And you're going to be wrapping your entire body in this stuff. Okay, so have some water handy, regulate your breathing, keep an eye on your breathing, and have your helper really keep an eye on you, because there is a very real danger of passing out. When I was on my second layer of duct tape, I almost did pass out. I went down on one knee. I could not breathe. So I got cut out of it real quick, and it was a good thing that I was done. Because you can pass out and bonk your head on something and really injure yourself. So be careful. I am stressing that. Be careful. And that's how I looked with the first layer of duct tape. And it's kind of like full body Spanx. It feels really good. It kind of sucks you in everywhere. It's pretty good. Alright, you keep placing the duct tape until there are at least 2 or 3 layers. And when you're done, make a series of hash marks along the back with the Sharpie marker, because these hash marks, when you cut yourself out of it, will help you realign the pieces so you seal up evenly. And when you cut yourself out, do it from the back and make sure you don't cut any clothing or skin. You don't want to cut yourself. And that is what my form looked like when it was cut off of me. So you start by taping it back together. I ended up taping it from the inside first because it was easier to match up the hash marks that way. And it takes a bit of finagling, but you just do it strip by strip on the inside and then you reinforce it on the outside. So you have basically a full shell. You take the pieces of cardboard that you have and you cut it to the shape of the arm and neck holes. And you cover all of it with duct tape and make sure it's really secure because you don't want it falling inside of the form. And now it's time to stuff. So you start stuffing your form. I ended up using a combination of plastic bags, newspapers, and polyfill. And you stuff the shoulders, the neck, and the bust. And then this is the point where you can stick it on the stand. And the problem with this is there's no internal structure. She doesn't have a skeleton to hold her shape, so you have to kind of be creative with cardboard. I ended up getting 2 pieces of cardboard about the length or the width of my ribcage, which was about 13 inches. You cut that, you cut a slit halfway up into it, and you round the edges, and then you fit them together and open it up so it kind of looks like a big cross, and then you stick it up inside the form until it's about just below your bust so it can retain its shape, because if you don't do that, when you start stuffing it, the bust will get really round and our torsos are oblong shaped. So you want it to be as close to your form as possible. So that little piece of cardboard really, really helps. And after you insert that cardboard, you just keep stuffing it until you get almost to the end. And that is when you take another piece of cardboard and you seal up the end. I ended up using half a piece because it was too much of a hassle trying to do a full piece because I had to do it around the stand and all that. So I did just the half a piece, so I had this side open, and I used that to stuff more foam in there, more polyfill in there. And then I sealed up the last half, and that is my dress form, made out of duct tape. And no, I did not make that dress. The advantage to making a dress form out of duct tape is it's shaped to your own body, so you don't have to do any adjustments later on. And it's really cheap. Like I said, I spent $30, $35 on all the materials here, which is better than $100 on a pre-made dress form. And I've always wanted to make my own clothes, and this is going to help me make my own clothes, and it's going to help you if any of you want to decide to make your own clothes.